we're going. Connecting some shit. Let's go here. Sure, both working. Then we're gonna find our little reference picture. That works. That's going. To YouTube. Seems to work. Oh, nice to see you again. Just gonna check my little command, or do I gotta do the bot again? Draw. Okay, he's just here automatically. That's great. Cool. Alrighty. We upped the production value, made a little mini overlay. Gonna find some music, but the music is gonna be just for myself because I don't want to listen to like copyright free stuff. So I just wrote play your own music because I'm not trying to provide music. Oh, just my Spotify likes. I wish there was an easy way to share them. I can play a little snippet. I don't care about copyright. A little UKG, but hold on, let's like just this. Bon Iver. We got some. DMB, EDM. But yeah, enough of that. I mean, I don't care about VODs. I don't care about keeping the VODs on like YouTube or Twitch. So I kind of feel like I could just play whatever music. But I think they're gonna ding your stream as well if you got copyrighted stuff on it. So sadly, no luck. Yeah, I would say so. I mean, they're my likes, but I would have to call most of them pretty amazing. Alrighty, looking through Pinterest, trying to find a new picture. My Pinterest is a little horny lately, like, so I've just been clicking on just women that look fun to draw, and now Pinterest is like, yeah, you like that stuff? And my front page is just like, it went too far. What are you up to though? I appreciate you hopping on right away. Alright, let's just do a couple basic ass little. Start something super simple. Let's see what we're showing. I'm gonna do this one probably. This is very basic. Maybe this one with the fun dynamic angle, and then I got a sports one. But I might change it up in the middle. We'll see what we feel. I like drawing on just one document for weeks. Makes you feel more like a sketchbook, because back I used to just open a new file every day, and then I just draw one thing on it, and then it ended up like being pretty pointless ultimately. So I'm like, okay, just keep this shit open and just doodle whatever whenever. Yeah, a little follow. No worries. I like your art. It was cool. Um kind of forgot what it looks like, but no, I don't forget. I don't know. I got I got aphantasia, so I don't have like a visual imagination at all. So when I'm trying to picture it in my head, nothing happens. Like I can't picture anything in my head, which is you can look up aphantasia, like APHANTASIA, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. Some people complain about it, like, oh, what a nerf. Like, but I think it's whatever. Oh, start a new layer, so. Okay. First of the day, always gonna be awkward. Yeah, I'd say ambiguous is the word, because it's like we don't have any substantial proof of like what imagination really looks like for anyone. So, like for all we know, we could all be imagining shit like entirely different. So who knows if that's even a real thing? Seems like something quite hard to prove. Older here. Another one is pretty low here, actually. I was wondering if I should make like a little overlay for like what is the current reference as well, but I don't know if I want to have just my web browser on a little thing, because who knows what pops up whenever I'm scrolling. And also sometimes whenever I'm doing studies, I'm doing them from a Croquis Cafe, which is just there is a library of paid nude photography for gesture drawing. So obviously then I wouldn't want to be sharing that either. So it's like, I feel like most cases I wouldn't want to share my screen, so I don't know if I need to overlay for it. I'm trying to block out the code even though I have I could, but I don't like that actually. That's something people do a lot, where they add their drawing right to the canvas whenever they're drawing. But I think it lends to bad habit. I think it's you copy too easily at that point, because if you're right next to here, then you're constantly just you're drawing the same size right next to it. So it feels kind of like almost having a grade and you're just following the grade, you know? I feel like maybe not everyone. I'm not gonna put any words in anyone's mouth, but for me personally, I feel like I would be measuring too much, and I would just be drawing exactly what I see here, and it would take away from it a little bit. Do 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 do. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but I don't like doing that because I feel like I'm trying to learn how to observe shit, you know. Trying to, and also trying to like, even though I guess with Aphantasia, the concept of a mind's eye is a little bit out there and vague, but kind of want to learn how to use it. Like, you know, look at something and then just look at your drawing and draw it instead of just like kind of having your eyes constantly on the target. This code is not going great, but maybe with once I draw all the other shit, it's gonna just work in context. That's the dream. That's the hope. Should make this a quick one because the first one is never that great anyway, so shouldn't be stressing too much about it. The jacket has a weird little fold, or this part like that goes behind there. So it looks a little tricky, or something that I mean, I kind of like seeing those kinds of things in my studies, where it's like, oh, I wouldn't have thought of that if I tried to draw this from memory. I guess that's the whole point. Building a little visual library, but okay, let's just put some shoes here. One shoe there. Hey, pretty nice shoe shape though. It kind of looks like a shoe without having to do any extra on it. That one not so much. We'll make do. Kind of left the head off to last, which is not the best habit. You should put it down at some point. It would be right here ish. It goes back. I keep drawing people with beanies, and whenever I draw people with beanies, it never looks good. So I don't know why I impose this upon myself. There. Just a little shadow there. And the beanie goes over the ear. I mean, that makes sense, but beanies are pretty damn ugly. Like I wear beanies as well, but like whenever you look at them in isolation, like whenever you're drawing them, you're like, bro, what a lame looking piece of clothing. This shit looks like a crown. Maybe kind of follow the contour of the head a little better. Some people pull them off for sure, but as a standalone piece of clothing, it's like the laziest one there could be. whoever came up with them that was not like their best day. They're just like whatever. Just make up something today. And that goes directly back, so it should actually be quite a bit more forward. Kind of blends into the back of the back. Yeah, like the more you think about it, the more is like, bro, it could have added something to it. It's just like a rag. It's a little big. I'm just gonna make it a little bit smaller, and then we just put some confidence in this lame ass drawing. I kind of erase all the weird overlapping. Oh, standing straight up is kind of wild. Yeah, I used to do that sometimes whenever my hair was more emo and shit. Whenever I was like cute little emo kid, bro, I would do the thing where like my hair comes all the way to the front, and then the bean is like right at the back of the head, just hanging down there like a little. I mean, I would say just as unappealing, bro. This guy's holding a little apple. Just draw a little apple there. So I had to show the maximum amount of my cute bangs, you know. And let's put a little shadow here so it's some depth. The bandy shirt has a cool little classic tucked in shirt kind of fold. I should just kind of draw a bunch of so I get used to it. But they're cool. Some rendering would make this beanie look all nice, but mostly it's pretty softly. There's nothing too crazy going on with it. Maybe I'll just come up with some form here. The front is kind of like wider than the rest of it. I'm not gonna be able to show that. Whatever. Whatever. Couple little, just a little bit more of an interesting edge there. Make it save. But yeah, if you look at the reference, the back of the coat is weird. I wouldn't have drawn it that way. Like, if I didn't have reference, like it just goes all the way, it kind of like blends backwards and goes dark. It kind of does this weird bulging, weird little bulge there where it goes like more, and then it rotates around, so it kind of like goes there. It doesn't. It really doesn't look like that's what it's supposed to do. So it's weird how what a boxy angle it is. But this is how you learn, bro. You just look at the shit and try to make sense of why the fuck it looks weird. Sorry for swearing. Yeah, almost like gives that kind of vibe, but no. It's just a weird little, just a weird ass fold. I guess I could send the reference photo to the Discord, so if anyone else is like generally feeling like they want to draw along, then they actually have it, because that was a little stroke of genius on your part. It was just a little bit of an inspiring move whenever you were actually drawing along. I'm like, dude, that's like the best thing that could have happened. Actually, I should enable that more in the future. Got me thinking. I'll do that. I mean, it's too late at this point. I'm gonna move on in a second, but draw along. Right. At some point, I'll change that to where I can only put it there. That's fine. Yeah, I'll put it there for the hell of it. Get a little more form into the pants, and then we move on to greener pastures. There's a little fold here, and the front of the pant. Actually, a little double line here. These. I read this book about folds, and it was pretty interesting how there's like only, what was it, like 5 or 7 different types of folds overall. Like you can just kind of learn like the physics of fabric, and then you can pretty much like come up with fabric shit and predict how it would fold. Dude, yeah, of course. And it's a really good book as well. I wish it was written by some lady. I might have it on my computer. I'll give the quickest of ganders after this, see if I can find it within like a minute. If not, then you're out of luck. But yeah, it's like about like the X amount, like the few basic folds, and like what are the conditions for them to occur, and how to draw them, and how to find them, and kind of shit like that. Very interesting. You can find a drawing book about anything. You know, I kind of gear towards or steer towards some street fashiony stuff. So for me, it felt like that would be a good skill to get good at. And obviously, look at this. I didn't really stick to my little fold studies that much, but I thought about it. That's more than most people do when. Okay, okay, a little confidence there helps. Confidence is always good. It's the king of personality traits, I'd say. Although there definitely is bad kind of confidence that just makes you obnoxious, but this line out so it looks more like a shoe, and then here we would have a little overlap. Whatever. Not fucking around with the shoe right now. That is fine. That's fine in my book. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't probably find any kind of interesting book like that in Finland either. But I'm looking online. Most of anything, any kind of interesting book you're gonna find is in English. Also, Korean people, they got some very interesting. Um, Here we are. I think it's this one. Let's see if it opens up. Oh, it's actually one of two books about faults. Let's put this on the stream. Dynamic Wrinkles and Drapery by Baron Hogarth. And as you can see, like the scenarios where it happens, and then all these different faults, and the illustration on this is very cool. It's an older book, very cool stuff. And oh, this is the one, the lady one. I recall that the one I enjoyed more was written by a woman, so I was like, although this is the wrong book. Drawing People: How to Portray the Clothed Figure by Barbara Bradley, my queen. So here's a lot of you'll learn about like how to indicate bends, and it goes into all kinds of stuff, but it's a cool book. Just in general about like drawing the clothed figure and finding the gesture within, and then kind of also folds and such. Very cool book. Alright, well, we're moving on to the next picture. This one is all right. Kind of want to add a little shadow behind him. Indicate perspective a little bit, make him a little bit cooler. I got the books. There's I'm not trying to like suggest anything, but there are sites that are dedicated to like just sharing books, especially like learning material. So something along those lines. Shadow adds to that. I like that. I acquired a PDF, but I recommend buying them, of course. Really smaller than the rest of them, but probably fine. Just put him there. New picture. Right there. Whoop. I want to shout out this band so bad, but I think they're not active anymore. But it is. I will still do it. Listen to this. Listen to this. I'll just do a little glimpse of what they sound like. Hold up. Dude. Sheesh. But yeah, there is a band called Xella, like Xella. They got a pretty small amount of music out there, like one album and some. And yeah, the singer is amazing. And unfortunately, at least currently, they're not making music. We'll see what happens in the future. I got no relation. I got the loosest relation ever. It's like my girlfriend's sister's girlfriend is in the band. Alrighty. So a little curvy back. Just sitting. Do a little thing like that. And the pelvis is gonna be weird. It's pretty much gonna be like this. Other hand, you don't even see, and the leg starts from here. Oh, this is gonna be very foreshortened. Might have picked a hard one. It goes kind of sideways here. It looks like it's coming straight towards, but then here is actually rotating, so it's going like more. This is one of those things where if you had read the book from Barbara, she probably would be all about like being like, bro, search for the folds and use them to convey the perspective, because otherwise you never can. Just like let the clothing do. It's at most helping kind of communicate this form. We got the shoe here. And the thigh goes even over the other side of the pelvis. It's just fucking. Maybe if we kind of expand it like this. This can be behind, it's fine. This is kind of the kind of type of angle that I would generally like to draw, though. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, it's one of those coolest. Like, if you could just come up with poses like this and draw people in these poses and shit, that would be. I mean, it's an acquired skill. It's not like it's impossible, but for now, it seems tricky. You mean like keeping the construction kind of going straight to clothing? Yeah, I would say that's the better way to do it. Overall, like it's gonna be more correct and more informed about like what's underneath, and you're gonna have an easier time kind of, unless you're really used to drawing people straight up with clothes, you're gonna have an easier time modifying the pose to whatever you want it to be and shit like that. So overall, I would say that's not even a habit I would focus on correcting, you know? I'd go for it. To me, you know, clothes, I've drawn them plenty. Especially I've drawn studies of them plenty and even read a couple of books about it. And so it's like, they're pretty freeing. It's kind of like following the human anatomy, but you're making it easier in a way. As long as like folds are not your biggest enemy in art, it is more free to just kind of like estimate how these clothes lay on a surface instead of having to think about anatomy and shit. True, but not necessarily. Depends on what the end goal is. But let's say you were working as a concept artist, or even just for yourself, and then it's like, okay, we want to change this thing. We want to change the clothing a little bit, or the, God forbid, the pose. But even if it's just the clothing, you know, if you have the anatomy beneath and you can draw the clothing on top, you're fine. But if you only drew the clothes and now you need to change them, you're kind of like guessing because there's nothing underneath. It would be sick to have the layer underneath that has the actual anatomy. Because what if the new clothing is like vastly different? Like instead of a vest, you want her to wear the same pants, but like just a bra, bro. You're in trouble. I didn't put anything there. I mean, I could guess. You probably wrote something here, and then that would be there. Hey, I mean, I think that's pretty correct. But you know, it would present its own set of challenges whenever like changing stuff happens. But you know, obviously, I know in this case that that's not gonna happen to me. I'm just gonna do a study of this exactly. So I'm definitely just gonna go with what I see. Weird little fold with the pocket. It goes forward. I don't even know what it is there, but I'm just gonna give it a try like that. What is that though? It's confusing a little bit. Honestly, I don't really understand this part in the clothing, so I'm just gonna try to work with shapes to draw something that's cool looking. That goes that way, it's kind of turned. Here would be here-ish. Here's the thing, I always, whenever a person has like an angled head, I would try to draw it like this, with the angle there. Like, bro, just rotate your canvas or your paper you're drawing on. It's gonna be so much easier. Just to give a little approximation of a face, because we ain't doing like a whole face right now. So it's kind of like here where her bangs. Ooh, what a song. Instead of ear though, she has a little pair of headphones. Which they're pretty tricky to draw. Luckily it's mainly covered by hair. So we can skip some of the actual construction here. Or we'll see if we can. Something like that. Let's just cover the headphones enough to not have to draw them. And wrap around. chin is too big. I'll check that later. Kind of there. Just the central line. There's, like you don't really have eyebrows, so I'll just put like a little bit there. Here's my hack. Sometimes I'll draw them with eyes closed just to see if the eyes are at a good position. And if they are, then I'll just open them up. Pretty easy. Generally, at least. There's a low angle, so we're just gonna draw the nose like that. Kind of a low angle, at least. Just draw something like that. Need to have the whole thing drawn. Generally, when it comes to noses, the less you draw on it, the better it comes out. Little triangle-y mouth. Maybe it's slightly less triangular, but still. Alright, let's see how easy it actually is. And a little smaller. I'm rotating too much here. Kind of looking down, so her eyes are not even that much like open. Honestly, we'll maybe go with that for now. The head is... It's not that high. Well, it is kind of high. The picture is so small on my other monitor, I don't really even see the face, and I can't be bothered to zoom in just for this. If I were to actually draw a portrait of her where I wanted to get her likeness, I would zoom in for sure. It's just a cool little edgy pose. It's not even part of the thing, but I'm just putting it there anyway. Neck has a weird little tangent there. Don't want. Just gonna move it. Stop! Stop! Sometimes it's tricky to get the right, because if you hold control and then you go left and right, you do the size, and up and down you do opacity, and sometimes it's just like it's not reading your mind as much as you'd like it to. Oh, my back. I was Notre Daming that. let's see. We got an okay face here. The lip kind of looks like a smudge, which would kind of make it more intentional. Even value so it reads better. There we go. Pretty good super contrasted shadows on this one though, which is fun to draw. Like the flash photography look is like one of the easier looks to just make look super realistic if you were to render it out. It's like a cheat code almost, like, oh, you wanted to make your shit look realistic? Just make it look like it was taken with a flash, like just add really harsh shadows. This at the back, so it kind of rotates back. Big old shadow there as well. Want to do like sketchy little or hatchy little shadows, but if you don't get that value even, it looks so beginnery and ass. So even if it is a little extra effort, it's worth going and getting those edges tight. Even for just a little effect. Like I'm not gonna try and make it all perfect. Like this is some of the worst hatching there is, but at least make the value even throughout. So it doesn't look like an accident. Okay, so the big fold is here. Ish. We got rotate even further. And the bottom of the pan is like all shadowy. And all that stuff is like fully in the dark. Hey, It's for sure adding to it. And then even around these, we're just gonna have to make a really dark outline at the end. And I want to try and make something, some kind of like white highlight thing happen here. I didn't like the shadow or angle of those shadows. Trying to make a sense of the little angles of everything, make it into a cohesive little thing. This one doesn't even need to be such a thick line because it's like it needs to just barely be there. And then we contrast it with the big old shadows on this side, of course. It's crazy how the background behind her, it's like pretty far away, but it's still, the shadow is so close to her because of the flash photography that it looks like the wall is like right behind her. One of the little cool aspects of flash photography, I guess. I want to draw her a little, how her hair changes value here. This is one of those drawings that would have turned out better if I just went straight to paint. It's not playing to my strengths here, but it's fine. There's no shadow here, but I'm just gonna try to like force the perspective so it looks more like it's coming towards you, even though in the picture it's kind of bending that way. But I wanna, just for, even if it's not realism, just for the readability, just fake it, you know? Yeah, that for there. Just make these light little shadows here and all that. I'm good. I'm just gonna, whatever. I'm just gonna give her the little. Just gonna make the shoes darker, and then I'm gonna give her the little shadow behind her and move on. Hey, that's good. Good timing as well, because I'm like, I'm about to check out. I'm like, bruh. The sock a little darker. This foot is like super dark. Which we can do, emphasize the depth. And make the little shadow behind her. It's behind there. Make the perspective read a little more with just at the pipe and the shadow and all this fun stuff around. Actually, never mind. I don't want to do another layer reel. Let's check that reference you sent before I go shadow. Hey, that's fun. Yeah, we'll do that for sure. A big hatching on this so we don't gotta go over many times. This would be so chill with pen smoothing. Just being a hater, just saying. It's like a real skill if you don't have it. Oh, skill that I don't have all the way down, clearly, but I'm working on it. Unlike some people. This shit gives you line confidence. Starting stuff at the right point always. Ah, I thought I was done. I was like, oh my god. Never mind, there's a whole other leg. Yeah. Because we already have that shadow on the pants, but it doesn't really make sense without. So if we put it behind, it's like, oh, never mind, that's flash photography. This makes it more consistent with the lighting. Just zoom out and make it easier for myself. Yes, sir. Oh, I feel it in my hand though, making this many. This is like an exercise. Make this into an e-sport, bro. I guess I could just go over and erase, you know. Dude, this would have so many viewers. Like, oh my god. It's like make like a little weird shape maze, and then they have to like fucking shade it. I would watch it for a handful of minutes. Well, we got some depth in there at least. Now she out here. A little more confident outline. This outline stuff is for nothing except that it's gonna give it more. It's gonna make it more screenshotable. I can share it later. Like, hey, we actually did something today. If it was just for me, I wouldn't do it. Pull through. Yeah, it looks great now. This is so bold, we might as well go bold with the outline as well. Make it a little thicker than normal. Give it a graphic look. Yeah, that actually helped a little depth here on the make it look like a little boxy tube. Sometimes you start doing, you want to do it just for a little bit, but then it just looks off whenever you don't do it at for the whole thing. So now I'm just stuck having to do it for the whole surrounding, and then we'll be done. Kind of reminds me of the manga Gachia Kuta. Actually, I was thinking earlier that your art, I think, reminded me a little bit of it, if I remember correctly. Gachia Kuta. It has very bold graphic shapes and outlines, and I think you had some of that going on as well. There we go. That's all right. Oh, my wrist. Oh, it's like a newer manga. Some people are claiming that it's one of the big three now, but I hate that discourse because, you know, I don't know if you're into like manga or anything. Probably at least to a degree. But it's annoying. That's Shiakuta. It's not really loading, but I mean you'll probably see what I mean to a degree. Like, you know, it's got like thicker outlines and a lot of like graphic shapes. Really hope nothing NSFW pops up here. Yeah. It's a cool looking one. I didn't I mean it's still under progress. I didn't finish it whenever I started reading it, but I thought it was cool. I'll go get back to it eventually. Alrighty. I'm gonna take a mini pee break and then I'll be back and we'll draw your submission. Where's my camera? I do not want to be on camera. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, I should have stretched, but at least I walked around a little bit. Water gang. Alrighty. Who we're starting from? I guess the left guy, and then we'll see if we do the other guy. Twisting forward. If I was crazy. I could try to emphasize the perspective a little bit, where they're like this outer shoulder is like even bigger than it is. Same with the leg. We could try that a little bit. Could go horribly wrong, but there's zero stakes. Something like that. There's the pelvis. Those leg would start here and here. Just trying to think small here, like make it smaller than it is. Just try to exaggerate for once in your life. And the there's this kind of here. Collarbone. Probably go up here. Another one of these arms that kind of does the over twist. And the we'll start with the easier leg. A little small. And this is a tricky one because it comes right towards. We'll do like where's the tricky part? Okay, the knee is like here. Like underneath. And this comes over forward. It still keeps coming towards the camera. It's tricky. It kind of goes over outside the camera. It's almost tempting to be like, oh, picture ends there. I do that sometimes. Oopsies. Ran out of picture space. Oops. I mean, fuck, we might do that actually. We don't even see enough of the shoe to make sense of it. You're a demon with these suggestions. Maybe I'll come out of it a better artist. Make the little. Right, I'll go that way, and then we have the little overlap here. And then it goes like that way. That's the best way you can do, and then the shoe just comes in. And I don't even see what's going on. I mean, that's probably the flap from the shoe. Bruh. Yeah, it's kind of going that way. Into there. But then the shoe comes in front of. And the picture ends. Too bad. Too bad. No can do. I'm just following the reference, you know. We'll see if we can make sense of that more whenever we return to that side of the picture. the hand there. Dude, straight up, look at this. Before I did my recent shoe studies, I did this, and this was like, all right, I'll draw some shoes, and then I did all these because I was like, that's too classic. Anyway, let's not talk about it. What can we do here? I mean, you don't see the top side, but you do see the side, so you can get some perspective showing here, just with a little double line. But it definitely, you don't see the top side, so it goes like that. That kind of gives you a little feel of the perspective. It goes under and it's weird. It's tricky. Tricky because I don't even see what's going on. Just like use some contrast with the line work and make this part take up less attention again. Otherwise we're fucked. So I go that way, a little bit. And this is a fun little angle with the shoe though, even though it is kind of less fun that it's hanging loose. Oh, you do see the backside. I was wondering. I was like, yeah, you goes maybe in just a little bit more. It goes here. Doop, boop. There we go. Get some perspective going. It kind of goes up there, so I might as well add some to the flap. Never mind. Maybe just a tiny minuscule amount, but I didn't like it that much. Make it flap this way. Yeah, whatever. Some flap action. Getting some of it there, but not that much. It's definitely going now. I think it's time for classic squish. Whoop, and then we'll just make it thicker after a little bit again. Let's kind of go against the way this squashed it, I guess, so we can get more of the feeling of thickness so it doesn't look squished. It goes kind of there, and then that's pretty much where the t-shirt would be anyway, and then that comes over. But then there's the little middle line. I don't know. Here's a lot. Are you also drawing, or did you just want to see me struggle here? Or I guess learn. Or being optimistic about it, then just seeing me learn here. Damn, okay. With friends like these. One of these enemies. Hmm. The eternal search for more brushes. I'm glad I'm out of that. I don't really fuck around with brush hunting too much anymore. Jesus. At least I'm not avoiding the legs. Like I haven't even put the anything else down, and I'm out here like rendering the legs because I'm like, "Rrr." I mean, everything else should go swimmingly if this looks nice. So. Okay, let's not do flat shading. Let's try to reinforce the roundness. Sheesh. I mean, yeah, I think it'll turn out like fine for whatever it is. Just looking at the legs now, I'm like, hey, I think we'll pull through this. I think we'll come out the other end with pride in our hearts. Yeah, the pencil brush. I like this one. Maybe I might slightly modified it, but just the if you were to get Rebel, I mean, in the pencil tab, Pentel. I don't know. I don't remember if I did something to it, but if I did, it wasn't much. Cool, a little bot. If I were popular enough to have mods, I'll tell them to kill that guy right now. I don't think it matters unless they are spamming. Then I have to go to Twitch and mess around with that. But I'm assuming it's just gonna send that one message and be like, click on my link. Oh my god, there's like a whole second person in this picture. I already forgot. We'll get there eventually. Arm goes into the shirt there, and the line goes into here. You got me hitting the sleep emoji. Thought someone was calling me. Kind of doing like a little squiggly eyebrow here, like a, like one of these. Oh no, this is a hard mouth to draw. It always looks like not the way you intended. Let's try to use as little lines as possible, make it as simple as we can. Uh, Flip, give it a little shadow, and then the other of the butter. Hey, I think that honestly is as good as it could have been in that little couple lines. Take that. Pretty interesting shadow there because it kind of, you see the side, but then the front plane of the cheekbone dives back in. Unless that's a cast shadow from the other person. I think it is actually. Like this whole thing would be in light actually. Not trying to draw attention to the face, so just get the contrast down. As long as it kind of looks like there's something going on. Weird thing to be happy about, but I'm happy about that mouth because I feel like an expression like that, it was so easy to just fuck up and it looks like awkward and A little sussy even. So I'm glad that it turned out looking like just a little stylized cartoony little mouth without having to like fight with it. Mm. This is where we go into the arm whenever we do. Kind of coming together. Might end up being another W. We'll see. I mean, I'm just trying to not think about the fact that I've only drawn one person yet. I don't think this whole thing will be in shadow. Little cross contour, like not the actual contour, but just kind of suggesting this form. I'm pretty happy with that guy. Hey, that's where the picture ends. If you had sent me a reference where the whole shoe is, everything would have been different. That's a rookie mistake. In fact, the picture might end here. Picture might end here. We'll see. Also, it's coming towards the camera, so it might get all blurry. We'll see. We'll see later. We might do some little classic art trick. Like, oh, look at this depth here. How do I even blur? Smudge? Maybe. Damn, it's so close to the camera. I mean, it's not even the worst look. It was like a little bit subtler. There's a cop out for you. I want the other shoe a little bit bigger, just a tiny bit. Thank you. All right. Girlfriend woke up. She's in a different time zone. Just replying a little bit. Alrighty, alrighty. Let's try to place the other guy. This away from the way. Even though it's perfectly fine there, but I just need mental space, you know? Hello. We made this little guy, and then we made this, and then the art yokai gave a really tricky reference that we're using right now. It is in the Discord if you want to check it out. The blur actually was so sick, even though it was a meme. That is Josephine. She's my gal. The finest supporter. Also a fellow artist, if you look up their name on Instagram or anything. Alrighty, let's pull a whole little second layer just for the initial gesture so I can place the other guy like properly. Just going like and bending backwards. Kind of like one of these. The pelvis goes here. Kind of like that. Just a little bean body for now. And the other leg goes whoa and whoa. And it kind of comes towards the camera. See the bottom of the foot. Whoop. And here's the other troublemaker. So it starts here and it goes barely down. Fucking, oh, actually going up quite a bit. Get the knee here. Goes into the thigh here. And the ankle is like right here, but the shoe comes in front of that. Might be the way to cheat it. Because the shoe is like here. Well, must you hurt me so? I know I don't know you well, but I thought we're friends. Already the leg is too low. Something like that. This ain't any easier than the other one. I guess they're pretty much the same angle. Kind of go like that. Underneath thigh. Shin comes over. Soak. We see the shoe a little bit, but then the back of the shoe is actually here. But we have a little bit more showing, so I can like at least try to workshop the shape a little bit. Barely. Well, you barely see. I mean, the other guy, I can see a little bit of the side of the. I don't understand what's going on with the other guy's shoe. It looks just weird. On the other guy, you can actually see the side of the shoe here. But I would say more so, since you see the knee, you get a little bit more context for at least like the leg shape. Not that much context though. It's still like a fucking nightmare to draw. On the guy, the only context you get is that this shit goes over. Well, I'm gonna pull out all the tricks I have to make sure that all the focus is drawn away from them though. I'll even play with the contrast in the middle and kind of fade it out and everything at the end, so nobody will know that we don't know how to draw fucking anything. One side's got over, but the other one's under. It's so weird because it kind of connects. Shin connects to the back of the leg there. You see the bottom of the thigh, at least a little bit. Fuck. Oh, it's going way too much to the side. Actually, it should end somewhere here. Squint my eyes to see that shit. Man, this is a challenge. Whoop. And then we have that little woody edge here, like that. Yeah, the reference is on Discord. Art Yokai sent it. They're just like jumping into the air, like you don't even see the ground. You know, it's like skyscrapers and only like the sky, only like they're in the air. Is the thing comes out a little bit and then the other guy grabs it though. I actually drew him a lot bigger, I think, but it's fine. I'll just put everything in place and then we'll figure out the size. That's why I did the second layer. This is the same person who sent the mermaid picture yesterday, so they have an abundance of like actually tricky things to draw apparently. Some people use Pinterest for evil. I just look it to or use it to look at baddies and draw some of them. The gesture for this guy came out better though, so I'm hoping that ultimately he's gonna look even better than this guy because I like the little rendering on his clothes. So if we can pull, but he has a harder expression as well. He's actually like making a big old face. Try to get some kind of face shape going. Also, who comes out with photos like this? Like, oh, let's take a photo of us just jumping and smiling, bro. So you got shit to be depressed about. This guy, you all so happy, bro. I don't know, I'm not even sure if I've ever jumped. That's a stream challenge for first 100 followers. That's what we'll do. Try jumping. Grounded for life. Rooted. His eyes don't look that smiley, but maybe with the mouth. Although you should be able to make it work without the mouth, but fuck you. Maybe you need the nose at least. This is also good practice because I do not draw expressions too much. Ugh. that, and then I'm gonna do that, and then the lower lip. Got the teeth, food crushers, as they call it. It's not as happy as I'd like it to be. Maybe with some liquify we can kind of like shift things around and it's gonna start looking like a smile. Yeah, he looks like this is like the 17th or like the 27th jump and they're making it like, it's enough, Mr. Director. Could be the eye angle. Maybe this eye is the one that's fucking goes, you know, like squinting even more. Oh no. We'll see. I'll liquefy a little bit and then if nothing works, I'll just draw a smiley face instead of the face. Bro. There's not a real indication of perspective on the face, so it looks weird. You get these little lines here, but he still looks fucking like, oh, I need, I've gone to the bathroom first. Okay. This is trouble. Fuck. Is this the way? Just draw a cartoony version of it? No, it's getting worse the more I draw. We'll keep it that way. There we go. Fuck. I'm bothered. That's it. Okay, so expressions, let's practice those more. The side of the nose here. We're cheating and we're just making a little lighting. Bro, so hard to get like a nice, because like the upper lip goes like this actually, but then it goes, yeah. Dude, we'll go with that. That's actually pretty good. Could have been worse. I will take no criticism or feedback. And then we'll move him right where we want him. Make him a little smaller. Make him a little angle because the guy is grabbing him. Dude. Dude. It's not even that bad. We pull through. True love prevails. And then we'll just kind of add the similar type of shadow on this guy's face. Except for the side of the face that's getting hit. Also here we'll add the little nose highlight as well. Yeah. That's what we'll do. I like that face. I'll never touch any further and it'll be perfect. Let's merge these together. We can just erase both. Little thumb action. Big ass thumb. That's fine, we'll do this. All right. Definitely going off where the ref is, but I don't care if it works. We'll do whatever our heart desires. Dude, this stream would be so cozy if I could just share my music. Maybe I should make a Spotify jam and whoever comes in can just join in and hear the same beats without it being on stream, if they wish. Because listen to this. Little Poison remix. That girl is poison. It's good stuff. I thought even Twitch gives you little dings for copyrighted stuff though. Isn't it like your stream sucks if you do that? Or am I entirely wrong? I'll ask the robot real quick. Whoop. Asking oh, okay. As long as I'm not worried about my VODs, and on YouTube is stricter. It's like your whole monetization. As long as I don't care about VOD audio, then it's fine. So I'm just gonna play because if I wanted to, I could just record this. But also clips are enabled, so when people can just take clips. I don't know how that works, but not like I'm saying anything meaningful here, so at least for now we'll do this. Just gonna go into the highlight of a song. Alright, so this is like the volume. Am I louder? Like, am I clashing with it? Or is it perfectly fine? I can kind of see the volume. I should be like a good 20 decibels higher. I'll turn it down a little bit more. As long as there's a little bit of it. Maybe I'll check it a little bit. Pause. Pause. Pause too quick. I can just turn myself up as well. This is important because, you know, I do listen to really good music, in my opinion, most of the time. I don't know if this is the perfect example of that. Most of the time. Oh, my audio is fine. Okay. Yeah. That's what we're doing. Fuck the VODs. Ain't nobody watching my VODs. Alright. I wonder how hard it is to draw camo. Like, if I wanted to draw the camo texture, I reckon it's harder than I'd want it to be. Hey, that's a Zone Zero guy. I played that shit on launch for a good amount of hours and then I quit. Same thing as any other Hoyoverse game, pretty much. Like, when it launches, I'm like, cool, I'll check it out. But as soon as the free-to-play wall, or I get all the free goodies, I'm like, alright, I'm not spending money on this. I'm out. But Josephine has it as well. I don't really know how emotes work on Twitch. I thought you had to like be on a channel that has them. Wouldn't put it past Josephine to be a secret ZZZ subscriber. Yeah. I don't remember if there were characters I really vibed with. I liked the gameplay of a couple of them, but nothing really stuck out as like, oh, this is my type of character. Well, at least out of the ones that I got, I guess. I think the combat is amazing at the start, but you know, it becomes monotonous later. But it was still a bunch of fun for sure. But yeah, the grind fest is like, it's like, oh, it had the audacity to even call the chores. Like, oh, here's your daily chores. Like, bro, at least pretend they're not chores, please. Making me feel awful about myself. It was like, no, weekly chore list, like, brother. Yeah. So is Josephine. You ever look at Third Strike animations, like sprite animations? If you're not familiar, we are a fighting game family. It's an old Street Fighter game. Oh yeah, babe, but not everyone is a fighting game enjoyer or even a passive fan. Also, I love Zenless Zone Zero's music. I like EDM bangers. I'm used to be very much into EDM, and I still enjoy the sounds. So whenever I heard a game that was full of like pretty heavy bangers, I was like, hey, I'm not mad at that. I don't know why I have a whole. I'm gonna disable that whenever I figure out how there shouldn't be any kind of limit for emotes. I added the Nightbot with the default settings. This damn robot is trying to ban my own girlfriend. Oh, actually, it's the same kind of thing here. So it's the light version of the code first. It's just coming together pretty nicely. Hold up. I want to go on Twitch this side and then is it mod VIP? Mod. Maybe now you can spam emails, I think. Try it again, because I did made you a mod. Either way, I'll disable the feature. You can try. I'm sure I can unban you if worst happens. I don't know if 3 counts, or was it that you did 4, I'm not sure, but either way, robot didn't say nothing. Hey, you're free now. She got the freedom. Also, while I'm on Twitch this side, I'm just gonna give a, I don't even know what VIP does, but I'm just gonna give a VIP to the Art Yokai for hopping into both, unable to add VIP, well, doesn't matter, I don't even know what they do anyway. Twitch said, hell no. They don't deserve that. This this leg looks kind of fine. It's like almost there. Let's make it go like this. The knee goes in. We have the side plane of the knee. A little fading here maybe. And then the thigh comes from behind the knee here. And it already immediately starts twisting around. You see the little short there. Something like that. And here's a little cast shadow. Kind of seeing under the shorts. Well, this looks fine. This one, not so much, but I could even... No. I don't feel like making it better as a depressing leg. And here is where the short side happens. So this one looks better. So I understand what I'm doing even. So it goes back here, where it goes whoop. Yeah. So this is the short. You really put me to work here, bro. I've been doing this one for a good while. I guess one good study is better than 2 or 3 lousy ones. Or it's arguable. Depends on what your goal is. That looks like a shadow, but even as a shadow, it looks fine. Speaking of fighting games and good animations, Guilty Gear Strive. And good soundtrack.
Welcome to the Yan Fan world. What's my end game? Their game 0. Send here, there is a silence everywhere. No peace either. Where there is no beginning and no end. Real life be like that. And yet the words that won't go with the room ahead. Nothing here. Pitch black, pure white, all the same.
Ooh.
Endless, finite. Copy that. Consuming 10 billion. Using and using. And they'll come to you without a second thought. I'm here. I'm here. On the border of the circle.
design even. Who did this? Someone trying to sabotage my drawing, bro? I don't remember putting that there.
Nothing here but
The even little gray. Then some dark thing.
you can give someone something. Copy that. I may not be able to make you smile, but I'll never make you cry, even once, never. I struggle to go outside the circle, consuming 10 billion years and I miss the hell. I'm not down to you without a second thought. I'm here.
Pretty maybe like smudge it a little bit because no, it's gonna be worse. Not a fan of how even of a grid that turned out to be. So we have the sock happening here. Back to the trouble area. After the sock, the shoe already starts. Even though, never mind, it's kind of like. You don't even see too much, it's just kind of going this way. Gray. Obviously we're gonna have to do the same smudge here, because otherwise the other one looks even more like a cop out. So we're just gonna have to copy it here. Similar degree. Oh, whatever. Oh Lord. Just making this like a little bit longer there and then here as well. Leg lengthening surgery. Thank you. He goes up more, but it's fine. It's fine at this point. Oh, this is on liquefied. I want to smudge that bitch. Not that much. Overlap would be the other way. Or actually, no, the candy is coming a little bit towards the camera, so it would overlap a little bit this way instead of the other way. Even though it doesn't look like it on first glance, but it sure is coming towards the camera.
I'm a nice guy, you know. I just get a little mixed up sometimes, you know. You goddamn slack jaw, pick your ass up off the asphalt. How many times I gotta pass y'all? Hats off to who you know it's me, the bro with the poetry. Leave a totem see, lying on the floor, we crying, woe is me. I'm throwing these, totally proficient with blowing these. Go and see, notice you thinking you got the potency to roll with me. You know you will get broken feet. I'm dope indeed. I grab the microphone, you grab your rosary beads. Who came to see me speak? The soul in the boiler room, mold to the beat. Had the flow since a fetus. I'm dope, please believe it. Zoomed out the boom boom box and Adidas trying to break. My mama called me Nate. I walked out the hospital and bought a can of paint. Ever since that day, nothing has been the same. Became the maniac upon the mic that you cannot contain. Hey. Mentally, I'm better than everyone. Never met anyone telling me different. I mean it, I beat it, I beat it, I weak it up. Even the beat isn't ready for me when I'm beginning to speak and the mic and I'm bringing it right away. Never be having to breathe. I'm beating to be the one bidding, I'm bidding goodbye to an idiot thinking he king. And it really a thing when I'm bringing it out. But the people they love it that I'm all about. And if I can defeat every bit of the weekend, I do it and then I'll be out with a negative agony down in my belly. I'll be disemboweling all of my enemies, dragging them back to the pad in the bag. I'm attacking the wagon, I'm leaving them empty. Tempt me, I'm a nice guy, but who knows, I might snap. When I kick flows, these thick hoes get sewn to my sack. I write that with an intention to bend it and lean it. If I say it enough, it'll become true. Do you know what I mean? It's like I walk through the valley and I'm asking for sex. I finally got to 11, then I'm asking what's next. I bust heads, but in a nice way. I might stay and rest, or maybe I'll head back to Windsor so I can play with my friends. Sup T, sup Ethan, hey Nate, what's up Drew? Hey Nick, what's up Nick? Ooh Tom, fuck you. I'm just playing, baby. I cannot be taken serious, but if you want a lyricist, look no further. Here he is, steering his vehicle into the ditch. Pitiful, miserable little idiot, feeling the rhythm full of everything he got. Will he give it up? No sir. Everybody wanna see him swimming with the toaster. Overhead, I fly like a missile.
Music wasn't hitting, wasn't fitting my vibe. Weird how your own playlist can sometimes fail the vibe check. It's like, bro, why don't you read my mind better? Even though I made you. I'm just getting the outlines in place and then we'll call it a W. Well, we'll see how we feel looking at the whole thing. Well, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it turned out pretty great. I'm fine with that. I think that's cool. Every time I lean back, I see something else that I didn't. How are we feeling? Success? Big win, I'll take it. Well, I added the big part. Little win. That's pretty good. Arrange these in a cool way. Little big win. Feeling pretty good. I could do at least one more, I think. How long have we been going? Jesus, 2.5 hours. Generally, like 2 hours is where I hit my. I feel it in my back right now. Even I was like, ugh, back feeling a little bit like I've been sitting in place drawing for a good while. Almost need to thicken up this guy's outlines because he's like. Actually, I'm just gonna do a little gamer move. There we go. Just duplicate the guy. He's not. He wasn't matching these guys as freak. All right, good shit. Okay. Scour Pinterest for one more. I do have one like sports picture, but I'm just gonna look at my front page a little bit. A little sitting pose wouldn't be too bad. He got glasses on, and I've drawn enough people with glasses to know that it's a big trouble. Glasses are tricky. A little modelly pose. Kind of fun. I'm gonna show these as soon as I gather them up, and we can pick together a nice little AI picture with a cool style. I wish I knew the original artist instead of the fucking whatever prompts was used. This is pretty dynamic as well, but I don't know if it will turn out cool. A lot of shadows though, could be cool. Alright, I guess that's our options. So we got this guy. This is standing there, or he's not standing at all. He's sitting there. If I ignore the glasses and I just draw the pose, this could be a fun little, just a simple sitting pose. We got this little modelly shoot, which is pretty cool as well. I like it. Kind of simple. Then we got this. It's got a little dynamic. Could end up looking awkward because this is like it's not a normal pose. Then I got the sports picture that I actually opened yesterday but didn't draw. Any opinions? Sure. But it's a fun one. Sending it there as well. I'll take a mini little bathroom break as well, and then we'll draw a little boxer, not a boxer, a basketball dude. We ball in. Alrighty, alrighty. Guess I could leave the music on. It's just gonna be like 1 minute. All right, let's get to balling then. Could be be somewhere here. Oh, cancel size is 1. Okay, that's pretty fun. So it got like a sideways tilt, but also kind of a forward tilt or bend. Controllers are pretty even. Just like comes over. Something like that, but we'll figure out the body first. So, starting here. That. And it's doing the bend pretty low instead of like, it's kind of like a low. Whatever the point of articulation is like kind of down here. Going up. This is the side of the body. It's kind of rotating this way, so we see the side a little bit more. Line. We do get quite a bit of a hinge here. Actually, we even go over. We overlap here. I would have to imagine. Kind of like. Oh, we're not actually that sideways. I know this little early doodle of the form is not even gonna make that much sense unless you're me. I'm just drawing it for myself. So I don't know how much I should explain, like, oh yeah, it's not like that, it's like this. It probably even doesn't even make full sense to begin with. And this goes up here for the ear. Knee. Some Rico Nasty to get us in the mood of killing the shit. And this hand might be trouble. Let's see. Shoulder goes up here. Go up. The chest. kind of feeling it, but seeing a weirdness with the shoulder. I like to go more this way. Yeah. Right, and then the other shoulder here. This art is just Igloo Ghost. It's gonna be a little bit weird, which is a common theme with my music choices, but it's gonna be really well made. Oh, that head is kind of an interesting angle. Let's go longer triangle, or not triangle, this is circle. Here. I had a really cozy song when I said that the stream would be really cozy if I shared my music, but then I forgot that most of it is gonna be stuff like this actually and not that cozy. My bad. The line is here, so it's really fun. I don't know if I want to fill those eyes out. I want to look better before. Keep going, and then it just goes down. a hard ass face to draw. Like an expression is like very saturated. No. Bam, that one elbow is going pretty far. Just kind of rein it in. I was zoomed out for so long that I got a new perspective in my life. I can see this turning out into a banger, honestly. Early, whatever. It's my forecast anyway. This might be the highlight of the bunch, in some ways. big L on the thigh so far. We got a thigh. And we shear? Goes like all the way down there. Yeah. About to commit a grave mistake there.
Oh, how I waited for your fickle feet to stray, to leave the jagged sounds and hear them fade away. So take me up and I can see the crowds below. Oh, how I long for change and you can't make it so. Let them sing in ecstasy. Let them dream that
Pretty short leg. Just gonna draw the rest of the lines and then I'll make it a little bit longer.
the words between your ruby lips and mine. They can sing in ecstasy. They can drink that wine. But I won't let them pass between
Something like that, honestly, it goes pretty far.
I keep watching the world trace their circles in their places, joining the race inside a maze. Look round, are you one of them? Yeah, see how they can all seem pointless in worry. Slow down to hurry. The world could be on fire and we wouldn't know. The temperature's rising and no one knows. We'll hide behind the money, that's the way it goes. The world could be on fire and we wouldn't know. Complaining about the same things, not watching where we're going, ending up 50 somehow with
Thank you. Channeling my years of reading Slam Dunk. No, I'm just because it has boxing in it, you know. Not trying anything other than drawing this. Just finishing this in one piece, you know, and then getting some more food. Honestly, after that, that's all I'm thinking about. I don't know much about basketball though, so anything basketball already has a Slam Dunk vibe to me. Like, oh, basketball outfit and a basketball in the same drawing. That's kind of like Slam Dunk. Slam Dunk fan? No, bro. Wrong. Oh. Fair enough. If I ever meet LeBron, that's pretty much how the conversation might go. Oh boy. See, though, hatching ain't that hard. I mean, not that my hatching is like ain't crazy good, but getting like smooth hatching ain't that crazy. I was throwing some shade earlier. I was like, and smoothing users could never shit like that. That was a little, just some mean-spirited joking. Yeah, no pen smoothing. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I had to hash a little since we're talking about, you know what? Starting to feel it in my hand. It's been 3 hours. 3 hours.
Hello, babe, you amazing. Renegade, what's your name? Mrs. Jane, put me in a maze. Crystal eyes, hella haze. It ain't a phase, foggy days. Need some change, pray you come away. Holding on to that, hold a ladder back, smoking on the grass. This my shit. Holding on to that, coated, puffing past, hoping that I never go smoke. Bliss you might have found when you finally grinding. Get the money when you stand beside him. Smoke that ass in the middle of the night. When I get her on a pipe, I do ignite it. Hello, babe, tell me what's your name? Can I do my thing or am I not invited? Got a brain, there's a look for fame. She make a change, cause she is a down chick. Told my folks that I quit the smoke, but now she legal, so I gotta take her right back home. And I like that tone, the kid didn't wanna bite of my bone. I give her what she want and then I gotta leave her alone. Like, hello, babe, you amazing. Renegade, what's your name? Mrs. Jane, put me in a maze. Crystal eyes, hella haze. It ain't a phase, foggy days. Need some change, pray you come away. In the light, she's so fine. Mrs. Pine, let me hit your spine. You divine, smell so right. Please recline, better let go time. Hold on tight, let me blow your mind. Control your own, manifest your life. Everybody wanna try to take a piece of my cake, even though I had to struggle to learn how to bake. Heat it up and then melt it down. Gas them up and they felt proud. Pushing tunes so I sell loud. No 9 to 5, don't wanna settle down like a vendetta. Been clever to kill better when I fin cheddar. Can tell that I'm a kid fed up with a whole system. I will get him a real victim. Come get it, I done did it, I will win it. Hello, babe.
You're amazing.
What's your name? Mrs. Jane, put me in a maze. Crystal eyes, hella haze. It ain't a phase, foggy days. Need some change, pray you come away. Pray you come away. Pray come away.
Nobody move, there's blood on the floor. And I can't find my heart. Where did it go? Did I leave it in the cold? So please give it back, cause it's not yours to take. It must have fell when I lost my mind. Deep in the cup.
Oi, oi, oi. Hatching going too far, but it's the last of the evening, so we might as well. Nobody move. At least so far, last of the day. We'll see how I feel.
Just to watch you throw it in the trash. I've been juggling so long.
Oh. I wonder if this song was like about anything less depressing, like if it was about some just a cheery song about whatever, like having fun, would it still have blown up? Because I think it sounds nice. It's like enjoyable to listen to, but I wonder if like how much the shock value played into like how big it got ultimately. Probably a lot. I didn't even, well, I don't know. It became like a global fucking phenomenon. Even in Finland, it was playing on the radio, and I don't think many people knew what it was about. I didn't. And I was a kid. I was a kid though, but you know, it's not like the English skill in Finland was that crazy ever, or it's still even. I feel like. Well, that's true, but I'm like that. I wonder. I wonder if people. I mean, out here, I fucking doubt that people even knew. Look at this hatching though. We're cooking out here. That in my hand is starting to hurt. I broke this bone once. They like the, not my finger, but the palm one, like under my pinky. And it straight up the bone went like this way and healed that way actually. So it never, it never got addressed because it was like apparently gonna be too much trouble and probably even more hassle if they like broke it and then realigned it and then let it heal again. So it just healed in the wrong position. So then all my muscle in my hand had to like adjust to this new position. And for years I couldn't even hold my phone or let alone a pen in my hand for too long. Luckily back then I wasn't drawing anything though. But now it's all good. But if I like now that I've been drawing for hours, I'm starting to feel it again. Like sometimes it starts hurting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure was. But I mean, back then I was just on the computer all day, which is still true, but I wasn't drawing, so it didn't affect too much, except like holding the phone or something, because you know, you always obviously have the pinky under the phone, like balancing it. And that was like, I could maybe do like 5 minutes at a time before it started hurting like hell, bro. It was ass. a big ass shadow on the hand here, and that's gonna sell the depth of the form a lot more, so that's cool. We'll take it. Should align with this line though, so it should be actually up, start up here. It's loosely. Goes down here. And we're not gonna do like cross contour, we're not gonna follow the shape of the form because this is a cast shadow that is gonna make it look flat and kind of stand out. I mean, that kind of looks like the stripe if the pants had a stripe, but regardless, at least it doesn't look like just normal form shadow. Separating the way you render shit for it to make sense. Did that message come to the chat to everyone? I got a little congratulations message from the app that I use to stream, and I'm like, is that public or not? Oh, I don't know who that is. I missed it because I got like a restream. Death by Coochie. That's a way to go. Right, you see on the thingy. I see. Well, doesn't matter. I was just wondering if those are public. Oh. How'd you find this? Because I actually took the Discord integration away. For now. Well, for the test streams, and then I couldn't put it back mid-stream, so at least my Discord shouldn't be saying that I'm streaming. I don't think you're active on Instagram. All right. I did stream Everhood for you for like one evening. Could be from back then. Was it that long ago? Oh damn, I see. Look at this, we've been cooking though. Just a little basic starting pose, and then we did the little dynamic lady, and then we did these guys, and that was pretty good. And now we're cooking mad hatching here. Some cookery. I think I'll do this little basketball guy, and then it's the end of the stream. But it's gonna take me a second still. Cooking and serving, thank you. But yes. This boxer guy got me hatching. Honestly, it was a good thing because fun. I'm good at it. I love this song. I heard it for the first time in Mr. Robot. Some should recognize it, unless you're a fake fan. Sound and Color is the name of the song, obviously. But yeah, Tom, if you care about the streams, I mean, perfectly fine if you don't. But if you do, I did do a little Discord where I will not only post about them, of course, but there's a little channel where whenever I'm streaming, you can like post a picture of yourself, or RTO Kai has just been giving me the hardest pictures they could think of, it seems like, and I'll doodle them, make a little study of them, so you know. Obviously, whatever it's appropriate, but there's like a little channel command for the Discord. You can hop on in. Just thought that would be like a decent gimmick for a stream, you know, like, hey, if someone wants to hop on in and draw, they sure can. Or get drawn, rather. This song is from Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Amazing game. But yeah, this is my second stream. A couple days ago I did my test stream, and then now I'm doing this one. As you can see, we're going all pro. We have the whole restream, we have fucking overlays, we have Discord, we have commands, bro. Going crazy. Not gonna lie, I don't know what that is, but you can tell me about it on Discord, and after the stream I will check it out. As long as you're, I know whenever you say DJ it's actually bad, so as long as it's not too bad, I'm not trying to get a shoot out of the internet for your shenanigans. We're gonna have this guy's hair without it looking dope. I guess just a little crosshatch situation, like we'll just go with the form and against the form, and make it look all 3D while we're at it. But yeah, if you had been foul mouth, I would have known that immediately. So whatever, we'll do the cross, and it's not gonna be that obvious anymore. I feel that. I've been playing For Honor recently again, because it's fun sometimes, and I keep seeing Temporal Jimmy. Temporal Jimmy, bro. That was my name as a kid, like a young teenager, whenever I was super emo and I was making like vlogs about nothing. because I didn't have shit going on in my life because I was a teenager. Temporal Jimmy. So whenever I see that name in any game or anything, I'm like, bro. Thank you. Thanks for popping in again. That was really nice of you. And yeah, I'll just finish this one up and I'll call it as well. Oh, you remember Temporal Jimmy? I wonder if that was my name on a Warframe ever. A hairline here. Let's just not do that. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not gonna draw these fingers. We'll keep the polygon hand here. Maybe. Because I was so happy about already being finished, but now I realize that this is here. Nah, because then we have the hatch underneath as well. Fuck you, we're not doing it. This is as good as it's gonna be. But yeah, on Ubisoft and like on For Honor, I'm still Temporal Jimmy, and I'm like, ew. I don't want to see that shit. Going across there might have been a mistake. Doesn't look that good. Okay, so we gotta go darker below though, because this is where the shadow happened, and it's not even reading as a shadow right now, so. Okay, outline going strong. Here, double line. Then this is gonna read a little bit better. Dude, remember when I was just starting out drawing? Crazy, what a change has happened just over time. Not even that fast, but still. You're like one of the couple people who actually were around for that and like saw the first ones and shit. Hey, that's fun. Sometimes I look at them and I do like them as well. It's like, it's fun to see that really flat quality on them, like, because it's intentional. It doesn't look like just a mistake. Like, I just was studying the flat shading back then. Cause I swear, just adding these thick, like more confident lines for the outlines at the end of the drawing makes it look so much more intentional and like actually post-worthy. Like, oh shit, he actually intended to draw it that way instead of it being like a. Cause these are just little studies, you know. It's been 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and I've drawn a good few people here. Go for it, man. I mean, what are you studying though? I didn't know are you like back in school or something? Look, listen to this bass though. This is something only a rude kid would love. Well, many people would, but very rude kid-esque though. Nosy as hell. Oh, my shoulder. Oh, my shoulder. Oh shit, okay. Good for you. Okay, not a bad one. Thought I could save, I haven't saved in hours. You studying some shit that's gonna make you a rich man? God knows I didn't. This is what I'm doing. Damn. Well, then I respect it even more. Fuck money, bro. Fuck society. Stack the banks. I feel like that's a pretty common thing to want to do. I have no clue why, but even I thought about it, and a lot of people in Finland, my sister, one of my friends, like, they're like, dude, psychology would be sick. And I'm like, I agree, but I don't understand why. I don't know why I agree, and I don't know why everyone thinks that way as well. Something about it is cool. Well, now that you say it, I'm thinking about everyone who's been talking about it. It kind of checks out. Might be right on the money there. Actually, fuck. I kind of liked it more when it was just light. I hope I have enough undos to go back all the way. If I do, shout out Rebel, bro. Because I haven't even messed with it. Fuck. Well, it was close enough. Shout out Rebel anyway. slider here. No, that's good, bro. We're good. We're chilling. A little shadow here as well. Oh. Something like that. Let's see. Let's see. Oh yeah, that was good. Shout out to Arcane. New season coming soon. Maybe I'll be inspired to make a new. That's like the only fan art I've ever done, so that might be why it's so good, because it was like based on actual good character design instead of just a random normal person, you know. Anyways, I can't remember any other one being like straight up fan art of something. Taking these little bits so they pop. Maybe not that much. Yeah, dude. Whenever I finish anything, I still go into Photoshop and add it. It's fire. Oops, I added the shadow to the wrong side. It definitely wouldn't be. Never mind, it actually is there. Dude, this song is really good. It's Coalesce by Jack Garrett, like Coalesce. I actually had music off for like the first 2 hours of the stream and the whole prior one. So I thought they're gonna ding the actual stream if you have copyrighted music, but then I found out it's just the VODs. So I'm like, I don't care. I'll probably do that after, or like on future ones once I figure out how to do that. This was just like import through, however you say that. Midstream, I was like, oh, I can play, it's just the words that get affected. Well then, like this, I'm playing music for you guys, because I had it for myself, but I'm out here jamming to songs that nobody else can hear. It was pretty awkward. Wait, so you can, I do have voice meter and shit, and I know it's something to do with that, but you can make it so that it's playing live, but it's not in the final. Like you can pick which voice channels go into the VOD or something like that. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. That's crazy tech. But yeah, I'll definitely do that then. That sounds kind of sick. But yeah, I like doing these studies, and especially now that I'm like confident enough in my skill to pull it off, to do it live. It's fun because you know it's like there's no tricks here. It's just basically the pencil. Next level shit. Ugh. Alrighty. Damn, that's very cool. Yeah. I'll ask the little chat GPT about that after, and then in the future ones I will do that, and I'll thank you for the ability to include music. Look at these baddies, bro. Just random Pinterest baddies, and this is yesterday's stream. But anyhow, I think I'll call it for now. I'll arrange these in a way that is fun to look at, and then I'll do a little Instagram post again. Oops. Appreciate you, and also Art Yokai, who's not here, and Josephine as well for stopping by. Yeah, it turned out longer than I thought it would. But to be fair, the Art Yokai gave me like a really fucking hard picture to draw. I even did a little cop out and just blurred these legs, but look at this. The foreshortening of these legs coming forward was ass, bro. We were stuck on this one for a good while. But yeah.